Most Marin County voters are now voting by mail because it's safe, accurate, fast, and easy. The Elections Office maintains the secrecy and security of your ballot throughout the process.
Votes can be very close, and so every single vote out there that gets counted can make a huge difference.
You can take your time to make informed choices and mark your ballot correctly.
I like voting by mail because it actually makes it a lot easier for me.
Your ballot arrives in the mail, and you can vote and return it by mail before the election. No standing in line at the polls. Voting by mail gives you the flexibility to vote when and where you want to.
In the comfort of your own home, you can sit quietly and make decisions.
Voting starts 29 days before an election and ends at 8 p.m. on election night. During this period, voters can request a mail ballot or can vote in person at the Elections Office. On the first day of voting, the Registrar of Voters' Office mails ballots to voters who have already applied to vote by mail. We mail ballots to voters who request them until 5 days before the election. All voters receive a packet that contains their ballot, a return envelope, and voting instructions. It's important to follow the instructions for voting and returning your ballot. First, vote your ballot. Use a ballpoint pen with black ink to completely blacken the ovals next to your choices. Second, seal your ballot in the envelope provided. Third, sign inside the signature box on the back of the envelope. If you do not sign your return envelope, your ballot will not be counted. Fourth, return your ballot in time for it to reach the Elections Office by 8 p.m. on election night. Postmarks don't count. To return your ballot, you can mail it at least 5 days before Election Day, deliver it to any polling place in Marin County from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Election Day, or deliver it in person to the Elections Office during working hours. Your ballot must be at the Elections Office by 8 p.m. on Election Day. 7 days before the election, we stop accepting applications from the mail. During the 7 days before the election, voters may either vote in person at the Elections Office or authorize a representative to pick up their ballots. You can check to see if we've received your ballot by calling 415-499-6456 or by visiting our website at marinvotes.org. Once ballots have been mailed, Registrar of Voters staff pick up the mail ballots from the Civic Center Post Office and bring them back to the Elections Office. First, the ballot envelopes are scanned to record the date they were received. The scanner takes a digital image of each voter's signature for comparison with the signature on the voter registration form. Next, we verify that you are the voter by comparing your signatures on the ballot envelope and on the voter registration form to make sure they match. If your signature does not match or you forgot to sign, we will attempt to notify you. All return ballots are stored securely in a locked, alarmed room until it's time to open them for counting. Starting 7 business days before the election, Registrar of Voters staff begins sorting, opening, and counting the returned ballots. First, we sort the ballot envelopes by precinct and slit them open. Next, teams of 2 people work together to remove the ballots from their envelopes, 1 precinct at a time. The address on the envelope is kept face down to maintain the secrecy of the ballot. Each team keeps an accounting of the number of ballots opened in each precinct. The envelopes are separated from the ballots to preserve voter secrecy. The team unfolds and inspects each ballot for damage. Damaged ballots go to the duplication board, where teams of 2 staff members duplicate votes from the damaged ballots onto new ballots so the scanners can read them. While one person on the duplication board reads the votes from the damaged ballot, the other marks a new ballot with the voter's choices. The team keeps a careful record of each duplicated ballot so that it can be matched back to the original. When the ballots are ready for counting, they go to the vote count room where optical scanners read and tabulate the votes. After the ballots have been scanned, they are sealed in boxes and locked inside the secure vault. The results of the count are not available to anyone until after the polls close at 8 p.m. on election night. At 8 p.m. on election night, the Registrar of Voters posts the results from the vote-by-mail ballots on its website, marinvotes.org. Voting by mail in Marin County is safe, accurate, fast, and easy. Whether you vote by mail or at the polls, it's important to vote.
You better get out and vote. It's important.
Voting is the core of who we are as Americans.
It's priceless. I encourage everybody to get out and vote.
I've been voting 55 years and I plan to vote another 20 at 83. So I'm going to be around a while voting.